When you start working as a mortgage advisor in the UK, one of the first milestones in your career is achieving competent advisor status. This is often called CAS, and you're going to hear employers, networks, and compliance team talk about it constantly. But what does it actually mean? Well, to put it simply, CAS is the point where your firms sign off that you are safe, capable, and a trusted advisor with clients without any supervision. Now, here is what it really involves. Before you reach CAS, every mortgage recommendation you make is checked by a supervisor or a compliance manager. But once you achieve CAS, you can advise your clients on your own. Your cases don't need pre-approval before submission. You are trusted to meet regulatory standards, and you've demonstrated consistent competence, and you are treated as a fully qualified, fully operational, more importantly, mortgage advisor. You see, it's the moment where you officially become a real mortgage advisor in the eyes of the industry. So what do you actually need to achieve CAS? Well, requirements vary slightly between firms, but most advisors, they need to do the following things. They need to complete CMAP or an equivalent qualification. They need to pass internal training by the business, the network, whatever it may be. They need to complete a number of supervised cases. They need to demonstrate accurate fact-finding, show consistent compliance standards, produce quality suitability letters or recommendations, understand the systems, the products, the lending criteria. There is so much stuff to do. But once you've shown that you can do all this stuff safely and consistently, CAS is then awarded. So how long does it take then to get CAS? Well, there's loads of different timescales out there, but let's break a few down. Now, a typical timescale for fast learners is going to be something around 2 to 3 months, okay? But most advisors, it's going to be more like 3 to 6 months. And then if you're a part-time or you're a slow lead flow, or maybe you just, a little bit more struggling with it, that's fine, then that's going to be 6 to 12 months. CAS isn't about speed, though. It's about proving that you are actually competent and compliant. So don't try and rush it. It doesn't need to be rushed. It's fine, okay? So then why does CAS matter so much? Well, achieving CAS unlocks higher earning potential, has less supervision and more autonomy as an advisor, the ability to move firms more easily. There's going to be a lot more jobs open and available to you. The option then to become self-employed, because most networks require CAS, and more trust from networks and lenders in general. You see, most employers won't take on advisors without CAS unless they're trainees. CAS is your kind of passport, so to say, in the mortgage industry. You are still supported, though, after CAS. You see, once you reach CAS, it doesn't mean that you're on your own. You're still going to see ongoing compliance checks. You're going to have regular training. You're going to have CPD requirements that you have to break down. There's going to be lender updates. There's going to be mentoring if you need it from people like myself, coaches, consultants, or people in your own business. CAS simply just removes the supervision stage. The support still has to continue pretty much for the whole of your career. So what happens if you move firms before you get CAS? Well, if you switch jobs before reaching CAS, your supervised status usually resets. In fact, it nearly always does. It happened to me. Some firms may accept partial progress, but often, nearly always, you're going to have to redo the training or supervised cases again. And this is why many new advisors stay put until CAS is achieved, because then you've got over that hard bit. You see, competent advisor status is one of the biggest early milestones in your mortgage career. It shows you've mastered the fundamentals, you understand compliance, and you can safely give advice without someone checking over your shoulder. Every place needs to have CAS, whether you're a bank, an estate agency, or in your own brokerage, okay? It still requires CAS, but all of them offer different career routes. So the biggest question you have to think is, which one would you like to do? And so that's what I break down in this video on screen right now.